Bees are getting out and about today. 80 degrees, March 26th. Hey, Justin Dyson here, Dyson Apiaries. It's tail end of March. We're going to do some quick inspections on this apiary. As you see, the bees are out doing quite a bit of orientation flights and doing some foraging. The maple honey flows backed off quite a bit in the last few days. There's still some things to work, but not quite as heavy as it was. So a lot of the bees we see here are just doing orientation flights, but there's still some working going on. They're bringing in some pollen off some dead nettle and henbit, and we have some cherry blossoms and things of that nature that are blooming now. But we're going to go down through this colony. Some of these are pretty strong and some of these not so much, so may do a little bit of balancing today and moving a little brood from colony, bees and brood from colony to colony. And it's warm enough now we can give those weaker colonies a little bit of extra. You know, we don't want to stretch them out too much, but they can maybe cover a little more than they could 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're going to jump down to this colony room, make sure we're doing swarm management now, kind of checking that brood nest and seeing if they're getting crowded, if that queen's getting kind of constrained down, and we may do a little bit of checkerboarding or something like that. So we're going to jump on in here. So I just went in this colony here, and if you see there, I kind of opened up, and that's a queen cell. It's just been started. This is a really strong colony, as you can see. So actually the hive sitting right beside of it is a little weak, so I'm gonna do a little balance in here. Let's see if I can find the queen real quick. I'm gonna do a little bit of robbing here some. Close that off. There's our queen. So I'm gonna take a little bit of action in this hive over here beside us. This hive is absolutely blessed with brood and honey, so I'm just gonna pull out like 4 frames of brood and bees right out of the middle. Plenty to take care of business here. Hatching brood constantly. I'm just gonna ease some speed. Drop those in that nuke box there. Then I'm gonna use them on a few other colonies here. I won't put it all in one colony. I already know where my queen's at here. So, get some frames not drawn out. I'm actually going to move it to the top. Looks like they're crowding herself a little bit with honey here. Yeah, that's a brood. A little bit of brood there. A little bit of honey right here on the side. Now I'm going to give this queen somewhere to lay. So have some combs here. I'll move those other ones up on the top here in a minute. Just kind of getting the bottom decongested here. And there's some more to work. Just so I know where that queen's at, I'm gonna go ahead and put her in the bottom. I'm done working in the bottom. So catch her right here, put her back down at the bottom. I think I'll just take that frame with me. That's a similar process the way I would start a nuke. I think I'm going to stop right there with 4 frames. Shake just a few bees into there because I'm actually going to use these in the same apiary. A lot of them will come back. So you see here, I have 4 frames of brood. Bees, I shook 2 extra frames of bees. Like I said, I'm using it in the same apiary. I'm going to use those in some other hives here in a minute. So let's get these put back together. Put that undrawn frame up in the top. They'll finish it out better up in the top. That's actually full of pollen. I don't want to stick that right in the middle. That'll just contribute to the congestion. Just putting that over here on the side. Alright. I need to put some fuel in the smoker to spot out. I'm going ahead and knocking those queen cells out there. Since I did find the queen, I know there's no issues there. So now that colony of bees has 4 empty frames right in the middle of their brood nest, and hopefully that will discourage them from wanting to swarm. I'm gonna make a note. I robbed a little bit of brood and bees from them. I actually missed the frame. It's okay. We'll use that one too. So I have a hive literally right here beside of them that is in terrible shape. So just kind of working through some hives. That looks all right. I'm gonna raise this up, check for queen cells real quick. always like to look. It's not a scientific method here, but I always like to kind of roll over some of those drone brood there and check to see if I see any varroa mite. Like I said, it's not a substitute for doing a test, but maybe it gives some indication. So a lot of times if I don't see any queen cells or anything like that, I'm pretty confident there's a queen because I saw a drone brood down there. I'll just check it real quick right here from the top so I don't have to lift it. Yep, so we have some larvae there, some eggs there, and it's hatching around in a ring. Definitely see eggs, and no queen cells for swarming. This hive is about a week away from needing some room, but I have to break out some nukes next week, so I'm going to leave them strong. I'll get to them next week. Looks like I've already pulled some nukes off of this one. I'm going to check again really quick. Looks like I got 4 frames of brood out of it about a week ago. Pull that frame here. It looks like a frame I just put back in here. See if she's came up here and laid in this already. Heck yeah. Laid plumb full of eggs. I don't know if you can see it or not, but plumb full of eggs already. Hive gets in this shape, you can take 4 frames of brood off of them and they don't even know it. Keep on rocking. Just knocking them back from, I mean, if I didn't take that off, they would probably be swarming. I think this hive's quite a good shape, but they're getting there. Let's see what they look like down here. Yeah, they look okay. They'll get there. Not the best looking colony for this time of year, but about 4 or 5 frames of brood will, at this point, will definitely peak by the honey flow. The only problem is I still got to make up nukes, so I'll end up having to rob a little bit from them. Not a great brood pattern, but doesn't look diseased or anything. Just a touch spotty. Looks like we're putting pollen and honey back in the cells before she can get them laid back. Definitely see eggs, larvae, pupa, all healthy. That's all I need to see. Check this for queen cells real quick. I hate when the frames stick like that. Hive's in great shape. And no queen cells. I'm going to take a little bit from them. If I don't, by next week, they will be on the swarm. Trying to find my queen real quick. Don't have to, but sure does make life a little bit more, well, makes me a little more confident when I pull some stuff away from them that I'm not screwing this colony up.
do. The colony's got this number of bees in it. Sometimes that queen's a little difficult to find. There. I missed the Apiaries strip in the fall. There's our queen. Cool. I like it when we find things. Just gonna give these girls a little bit of room. Kind of open up the brood nest for them a bit. Keep that queen laying good and strong. It's really good when you're balancing if you get, it's really good if you get a merging brood like that. It's helps that other colony out a little quicker. So these are some good empty drone combs. This hive has plenty of bees. Take care of that brood being split up like that. Empty comb. I'll get that, allow that queen to really crank up some more. Now let's see what we did with her. I think she's on this frame right here. There she is. Get her back in there. I'm gonna shake these bees here too. Notice I put that queen on the far side over there. I don't have to worry about it when I slide that frame back in. I know where she's at. Don't worry about mashing her. Good hive of bees, good hive of bees, and they will, what I just did, in another week I can pull a nuke off of this colony, no problem. This hive's starting to get there. This hive was a little bit weak last time I looked at it according to the notes on the lid. Make sure the queen's not stuck right there. I've been encouraged with my mite levels. Let's see what we have up here. But ow! I like it. So I just took this hive apart here, and as you can see, they're a little behind for the end of March. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that cluster intact down there in the bottom, and up here in the top I'm going to take a couple frames right out of the middle, and I'm going to put some of that brood I just harvested from some other colonies, and I'm going to put it right in the center up top, and I'll probably shake the bees. That just kind of keeps the bees from jumping on that queen. But they have a pretty decent cluster down in the bottom. They should be able to protect her just fine. No need to really close her up, but I'm gonna give them a couple frames of brood. I'm actually gonna set a different box on here. That one's a numbered box. I had combined a hive back in the winter, so I'm gonna move these honey frames over real quick. It's actually empty there, so good one to remove. So here we got some honey. This queen is not laying up in the top at all. That just kind of tells you where they're at. They're not very strong. Keep that out for now. honey. Frame of honey. Just kind of orient the honey here on the sides. That way, as they get a good number of bees back in here, they will. She'll have a good open spot in the middle to start laying. Already used up some of these bees now. They're getting a little testy now. They've been in this box for a while and they've about had enough. I'm gonna put 2 good frames of brood and bees in here. Empty comb right there. Another empty comb right there. Not quite enough bees on those combs. I'm gonna shake these off this lid right there. That's a good little bit of balancing there for that colony. They'll be able to take care of that brood. It's supposed to be warm the next few days, so that'll get that colony back on its feet and get that queen producing. Queen's capable, but she's got to have enough bees to take care of it. She's got to be able to feed that larva, got to be able to keep it warm, and can only do so much with a small cluster. So we got to help them out. Sometimes some hives look better than others. We got to straighten them out sometimes if we want to keep large numbers of bees. I'm just going to notate that I added 2 frames brood, so I'll know when I look at them next time.